Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your general love read. Today we are going to look at the 4 doors that are opening for you here in July. Time is fluid though, so whenever you come to this, it's just the next 4 doors opening. Okay, just think it as spirit giving you some leeway. All right. For those of you that are new, welcome. I am an intuitive, and as such, much of what you see here on the channel will not be traditional. Take it as it resonates for you and leave the rest. Roles can be reversed. It could be old baggage you're carrying. It could be, if you're in a third party, their story, not yours. It also could be new energy coming towards you. Okay. For those of you returning, thank you. I love you. You know that, right? Okay. So for the collective, all right, you are healing a ton from your sacral chakra here, okay? And just have faith. Have faith that this is a cleansing energy, okay? Just let it flow, okay? The intention here is that you are completing a cycle, right? And you are kind of moving into this wishing phase. Like, I feel like I got this for you. Maybe it was either for Sagittarius or for Ophiuchus last week, in between worlds. Okay. This kind of reminds me of sitting there in between the worlds, right? Like wishing, thinking, creating. Eventually, she's going to step up, right? In her power, her goddess power, and leap ahead. All right, so let's go ahead. I don't know what Oliver is doing over there, and see what's going on with your doors. Like, he's got one paw up on the edge of the little love seat, and he's kind of twisted funny. He's like a little tiny man. Door 2. Door 3, door 4. Thank you. Okay, moving into door 1, 10 of Swords, right? It's an ending of some of this pain that you've been going through. And I love that she's like blowing it away. Almost like, you know, blowing the dandelion. Like it's making those wishes, right? I almost feel, and you'll see as we go through this, that this whole month is a manifestation process for you. Okay. In order to move through these wishes, right, there's a little bit of a deep dive, 4 of Cups, that you have to go into within your emotions, okay, and addressing, right, like perhaps where is it in your life, in your love life, in your heart space, that you feel like you cannot breathe. Okay, because those are both heart chakra, water center, space energies. Door number 3, right, is looking in this jar, right? Like I've been wishing, and now I'm standing up, okay, and I'm looking at this. Is that really full? Do I really have everything I need to go on this journey? And then door number 4 comes out with 10 of Cups, but also with 4 of Air. And so you may look in that jar and be like, yeah, I'm happy. I'm fat and happy, right? And I'm ready to take on the world. But you might sit back down for a minute and be like, whew, that was quite a month. I need a moment of recovery before I really jump off this ledge. All right. So let's look a little bit deeper, okay? 10 of of Swords. Silence, right? Like you may have felt going through all of this, almost like feels like regurgitating of pain, right? And making wishes and bringing up more pain and making wishes. Like it could have made you feel like you were completely isolated, right? Like when the snow comes here in Seattle, like you get an inch of snow, we trapped. It's all hills. There's hardly any snow plows, right? We're here for a day at least. And then if we get a bunch of inches, then you might as well just hunker in for the week. And it feels like that's kind of what's been going on for you here, right? You've been hunkered in, going through this process. Yeah, but you finally, again, this is getting to that top, right? You finally climbed the top of the mountain. You're at the 10. You finally made it all the way there. Clarity, resting, right? Being like, oh, I'm tired. I've gone through a lot. And yet you're still moving, right? 4 of Cups. Now you're like, wait a minute. I've got to get into a little more of what's going on in my heart space. Okay? And it's about finishing this process. You have to open up to joy, right? You've opened up the sadness. Now you have to open up the joy, right? Because there is this sort of fluidity that comes, right? Like you've been birthing something here in the sorrow, and now you need to birth something here from the heart, right? Moving out of that sacral chakra area, birthing something from the heart, but it's joyous, it's music, it's beauty. And what did I say? It feels like, what is it making you here, right? Like what emotionally makes you feel like you can't breathe? Hey, you're going to take that first breath. Oliver, don't bark at the noises that you hear outside. It's called life. It's called nature. So you're looking in the jar. Here, standing up, looking in the jar. What are these wishes? Okay. And you are preparing to move forward, right? It's almost like, it's funny because this is building, but what I get is almost like balancing the boat. Okay. You're adding all those atoms, all this alchemy, okay, into this boat, getting ready for this journey, this leap of faith. And what I love is that you're getting the expansion card, right? This star, like you are like, ooh, zoning in on it, this wish. Okay, that's why you've taken so long to zone in on this. And you are heading to your north node, your true purpose, what you are meant to be. He's okay, Oliver. Don't bark. 10 of Cups, 4 of Swords. Okay. Yeah, all of a sudden, Sagittarius, here comes your fire. Your passion is back. And you're like, oh man, I have missed you. 10 of Cups. That feels good, right? It feels good to have the tiger by the tail. Finally, okay? But your inner child's tired. They're like, listen, us. We've completed a cycle. We've, brought our wish coming forward to us, right? We're attracting it. We're magnetic now. Let me just take a little rest, okay? Let me just take a little tiny rest, which is okay, right? So let's see what more the tarot wants to bring into this. Okay. You've gone into the snow. You've climbed the mountain. What do we need to know about this? Okay, you're ending a cycle. council of all beings. Okay? Everyone's gathered here to look at this tree of your life. Okay? We've all come together. What, Sagittarius, are you ready for? Because we know that you've got a lot on your plate that we've put on your plate. And we're all here to support you. Right? But are you ready? Are you ready to tackle it? Like, they're all there, coming in. Are you ready to finish this process? Some of you are very, very spiritual beings. We're not going to take that many. Thank you, Spirit. Some of you are very, very spiritual beings. You've been working with your ancestors. You've been working with the spirit guides. Okay. Yeah, 6 of Cups. This is a beautiful energy. Okay. Because second chance at love now, second chance at heart space now, right? You are learning, right, this technique of breathing underwater. And I love that this is the feminine Emperor Penguin, okay? The Emperor Penguins are both not only in divine union with themselves, but with each other. And she's out hunting, right? Bringing home the bacon or the salmon, so it be. Okay? And craftsman of earth. All right? This is the idea that this is growing slowly because there was an overgrowth of things that needed to be dealt with. For some of you, I'm really seeing that some of the cycles here have to do with your black Lilith, okay, moon placement. You may want to look at that and see where that is. Maybe go look at that reading. But something ended and then all of this overgrowth kind of took over. But you've been slowly working through it. So you're about to take that first breath of life, right? And it's this heart healing energy. I love this. Again, we get the 10 of Cups, right? Slowly, you're climbing out of this, right? Out of this illumination, out of this darkness, into this energy where you're breathing, you're taking what you love and moving forward. Again, this is rainforest, so there was a lot of rain in order to come to this growth, in order to have this show up. But I love that we've got rebirth and the guardian, and it is 9 and 18, okay? And so your efforts are doubling, all right? But this goddess, right, it's almost like we've got the emperor and the empress. So this is like, again, because we have the penguin, right, it's like your own inner union here, where what I feel like is that your goddess had to acknowledge, okay, that there is this brilliance, okay, within your crown space here, all right? And she's wearing the star necklace, right? You had to realize that there was some sort of wish that needed to blossom. And the divine masculine side here, okay, had to be able to kind of go back and be that, like they're funny, they're saying Free Willy, all right? This is Free Willy. Had to get out there and learn that there can be a freedom flow in going out and, you know, creating your abundance. It can be hands-on, but, right? Like this guy's going out with his staff, like bare ass naked. And there's these butterflies, right? So there's all this transformation happening in that divine masculine energy. So you get to this point, oh, my cup is looking pretty good. I'm collecting all these atoms. I'm laser focused. I'm heading towards this north node. Okay. And fine, I will take it. Don't throw things at me. Two of Earth. Okay. You may feel almost a little protective of yourself or your little you. We're going to have to hold on 1 second. I think I'm going to have to move the little man out. Okay, so Sagittarius, you're going to have this weird little thing in the middle of your reading, like literally in the middle of your reading, because Oliver barked. I went to go move him, and he went submissive. Like, he was like, no, you can't take me out of here. I need to be in this room. There's just some energy that I do not like, right? So I come back, I'm talking to you about things, and then the video goes blank. So when I go to put the two videos together, I realize there's a whole missing piece. Okay. So I was telling you, right? Like, when you get to this point, all right, of getting laser focused on your soul purpose, you may feel like you are wanting to like really just protect this inner child of yours, okay? And yet your ancestors are coming through saying, no, it's time to leap. Now it's time to leap. It's time to leap. It's time to leap, right? There's a move forward that we need to do. And that is when, right, the strength comes in. Patiently let this strength come in, right? Look, you've got all those spirit animals that came to you earlier in the reading, right? The council showed up and said, okay, right? It's ready for you to really go on your soul purpose journey here. They're all there to show up again, okay? They're all there. They're giving you the wand, this staff, okay? This actionable energy. And that's when that Ace of Earth, that brand new beginning happens. But I love that this is like a medicine bag. And what I said was, I think that some of you need to maybe make a medicine bag, right? It could have some essential oils in it, or just some essential oil coated like little lava rocks, because volcanic rocks are very, very cleansing. You could put like almost like a traveling altar in there, right? So beautiful energy to carry with you, kind of like almost like a little bit of magic of this new beginning that you're creating. And then what came in was the 9 of Earth. All right. And I believe that this is talking about the fact that even if you are leading the pack, you need to acknowledge that you need other people. That's part of your journey. That's part of your north node, your soul purpose. It might be to lead the pack, but it might mean that you're actually forming a cooperative or something, okay? Like you are bringing people together. And that's important to you, right? And there's that 6 of Wands, right? Like there's people that are coming to you that are transformed to do this work with you. And one of them is coming to you to come together within your heart. All right. So now we'll continue. So that was weird. As soon as I said you weren't supposed to be doing this all alone, it shut down. Like somebody was like, don't tell them that. Right? Don't give them that freedom. Sorry. Shh. Cat's out of the bag. All right. So, end of the month, 10 of Cups. You're going to take a little rest because you got your fire back and it's going to take you a second to control it. And, right, it's almost like, it's really funny. It's almost like Spirit is saying, like, while you're getting back control of your fire, your inner child is doing all the manifesting for you. all the attracting, all the magnetic work. Okay. Yeah. All right. You're going to go through a little bit of a maze, and there is going to be a little bit of a surprise at the end. Okay. But now you've got to do the work. Now you've got to, if you're not supposed to do this alone, right? Now you have to start sorting through, well, what does that mean? Where am I going? Right? Maybe that's why you're taking a little break. You've got a plan. You've got to make a plan of action, maybe. Okay, and here we have, all right, the Page of Wands. And so you might feel restricted. And there may be those that want to restrict you in going through all of this and this transformation of you. But Spirit is saying, no, your old self is your friend. Your shadows are your friend. Okay? They've protected you. They are not restricting you. You even wear, okay, a little snake bracelet to remind you of everything that you've overcome. And so you may be using the serpent and the medicine wheel, okay, as part of your process of moving forward, okay, to gain some illumination. We want one more. Thank you. Okay, and so 7 of Swords, right? You need to honor the things that you've been through rather than trying to hide them away, rather than trying to create them into secrets. Okay, this is about being transparent. This is about sharing your story with others, because see that field, when you do that, you're going to create abundance. And the 6 of Wands, okay? You're attracting like-minded, transformed people. And one of those is going to be in love, okay? So let's see what else Spirit wants to give you, Sagittarius. 8 of Wands, hearth fire. Okay, I don't know if I've ever noticed this before, but it's all men. Like there might be one woman sitting here, but men can have long hair too. If it is, she's turned away. Let me look. I mean, she may be like a shield maiden, sort of an energy. But around the fire here, right, it's all of these men. And there's also like one of them like, look at my cup. And the other one's, wait a minute, look at my bow. And it's about communication. You may all of a sudden find like that if you are a feminine, the masculine is coming out of the woodwork. And they're like, look at me, look at me, look at me. Right? And you're like, no. All right? No. As you may even, I'm almost getting like, you may even be like, no, and like be with like a friend and be like, no, my friend, I'm here with a friend. Okay? You may have somebody to act as your wingman, or we should say the anti-wingman. Like, keep these people away from me, okay? Because in all truth, you're kind of bored with love, right? 4 of Cups, okay? And you're kind of pouring it all out, right? You were you went through, you looked at it, you realized what was working with your heart, what wasn't working with your heart, and you're kind of done with the whole dating romance scene the way it is right now. Yeah, look, there's the world. You're like, I've walked this labyrinth. I've gone through this season. This is not for me right now. Okay. And so Page of Swords, you may kind of be putting yourself in a intentional sort of winter, right? Intentionally, I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to be focusing on my truth. I'm not going to be, doing this. Why? Because I'm taking that new breath of life. Okay? I'm found my path. I've been walking the labyrinth in circles, right? And now I'm seeing with clarity where I'm going. And so I'm taking that breath of life, and I don't want to go through this whole dating rigmarole. And that's when the Hierophant will show up. That's when your ancestors will know, oh, you're ready for this, love. You're ready for the big deal, okay? And the bottom of the deck is, they had me pick up two. It's the Four of Wands and the Mirror, right? So there is that, this really mirrors this last row. 10 of Cups with the Four of Swords, okay? Celebration, you, right? Celebrating, and this one is all the feminine, right? Look at that. It's all the feminine energies. So there's this whole sort of like celebration of your feminine energies and your strength, right? Like the Emperor, like Penguin, divine feminine, who is feminine and masculine all at once, right? And powerful. And also this energy of being, right, aligned with the emotions and with your intuition, okay? And taking that pause, the mirror, that reflection. What's funny is in this, we've got the Heron, which to me is very much the masculine. One of my decks, the Heron, is actually the King of Cups. And it's almost like you're like, no, you gotta wait a minute, right? Like, I'm tuning into my heart. I'm tuning into where I'm going here. And so you've got to just wait just a minute, okay? So Sagittarius, what else does Spirit want you to know? Thank you. I love this. Stay rooted. Stay grounded. Okay, the trigger statement, I am somewhere else. The truth statement, right here, now, everything is perfect, right? Living in that present moment energy. Allow your energy to shift to the material plane where it is needed to help you complete what you have set out to do. Okay, I love that. And we start out with the 10 of air, right? Because you're done with the air. You're finishing up, blowing away the wishes. You're done with that part. Okay. What other messages does Spirit have for you here? I'm really bad at commitment. Okay. No, you're not. You just had a bunch of, yo-yos that you've had to deal with. I still remember the good times we shared. So even though you're ending, right, where you felt like you couldn't breathe in love, it's a little bit of a sadness, right, that you are leaving people behind that you had love for. I just got sidetracked. All of a sudden you're realizing, right, like, I got sidetracked and stopped focusing on my soul purpose. And now I'm ready to move into my soul purpose. I'm still trying to find myself, and it all comes down to timing, right? You're waiting for that cup to be full enough of your wishes to really move forward. So let's see what else Sagittarius Spirit wants to tell you about here in all of this. Okay, you're coming into a bliss state, a honeymoon state. Okay, I feel like when you get through all of this, I feel like whoever this is that's new is coming in, it's going to be very blissful. True love and soulmate. Okay, so this is the one that you are looking for. Take time with them one-on-one. Okay, go camping, right? Like go wine tasting, go hiking, you know, whatever. Get out and have that time without the internet, without the chit chat online. I know not everyone can do that though, but be open, express your love. Don't hold yourself back. All right. Let's get advice moving forward. Enjoy the journey. The fun is in getting there. Acknowledge your progress. Travel. Take a mental vacation. Be spontaneous. Okay? I love that. So, let's see what the universe has for you, Sagittarius. Okie dokie. Yeah, okay, 10 of Pentacles. Again, you're getting ready to move on that Ace of Air. But you have to get in the right mindset because you're going to have that Ace of Air, this new beginning. But then you're also going to have this ancestral like person show up, this soulmate, okay, that's coming in, that's going to be like coming home. So that's probably why 10 of Cups and 4 of Swords coming together. You're going to need a little recalibration before you take off on all of that. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Know that whatever this new start is, because it is your North Node, your true soul purpose, right? It's going to be amazing, okay? It's going to bring you everything here with the Queen of Pentacles and the Lovers. So, you know, divine connection there, all the blessings. And here we have, okay, bottom of the deck is the 10 of Cups, but they're also telling me, they're also showing me that there is that Tower. Okay, so there's a lot of blessings coming to you. There's a lot of love coming to you. But remember, in that maze, there's a little bit of a surprise at the end. The surprise could be this love, but it could also be, right, it's really interesting because the Tower could be that you find this love, and this is not for everyone, but this is what I'm getting off of the card. You find this love, and all of a sudden someone rises from the ashes, right? And you've already nested, and you're like, sorry, I've already nested somewhere else, okay? So, very interesting. All right, we're going to close it out with an oracle. So, if you enjoyed the reading, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you are not getting the notifications, make sure that you go back after the update that YouTube did, click on the unsubscribe, and then resubscribe, and then go click the notification bell. All right, because they dropped about, in the update, it dropped about 600 subscribers. So you may think you're subscribed, and you are not. Okay? So you get 3 And the one that wants to be talked about first, of course, is the rain. Okay, you're going to have to go through this process of the emotions, but it's also telling me that you're in charge of it. Okay, you're creating the rain, because not only is the rain cleansing, right, and clearing these emotions, but it's nurturing what is new to grow. Some of this is about having to be patient about what you want to say to the world about your journey, right? I do feel like there is a speaking, right? There's no secrets. Spirit says there's no secrets. This is what leads to your abundance, okay? Is about being honest and truthful about everything that you've gone through. But until you're ready, this is talking about being patient until that time. Okay, you do not need to speak about all of it before you're ready for that moment. And then the journey, all right, to the lovers, to the divine soul connection here. This is somebody who is coming in very highly in tune, but also very protective of their heart. And that's going to be a part of the journey. Okay. So I hope that this helped you, and I hope you have a very beautiful week, and I hope to see you next time. All right. Much love. Bye.